It looks like the billionaire himself has just been sued for trademark infringement. Who's the billionaire, you might add? Tyler Perry. For those of you who don't know, I am Dave, a 10-year intellectual property attorney dealing with everything from patents, copyrights, trade secrets, as well as trademarks. And again, this is hot off the fresh. We're going to take a look at the Yahoo Entertainment article that essentially talks about Tyler Perry getting sued. And I admire Tyler Perry's hustle and his drive. I don't necessarily care for the films that he make, but I think this is interesting, and I think it's worth noting for a couple of reasons, which I'll kind of give here in a second. But just as small time startup companies, entrepreneurs, you cannot be afraid to protect your intellectual property, whether there's trademarks, as it is in this case, patents, whatever the case may be, and go up against the big guys such as, say, Tyler Perry or kind of major studios. I actually did a case this past weekend on my live where I talked about a startup energy drink company was sued by Ferrari. They took it to court and essentially won over Ferrari for trademark infringement, where the court held that they were not infringing Ferrari's trademark. So again, this is a similar thing where it seems like She the People, which apparently is a film or a TV series that Tyler Perry has, seems like he was sued for trademark infringement by a nonprofit organization, and seems like the court ruled in favor of the nonprofit organization for trademark infringement. So let's kind of pull up the article. As I'm pulling it up, please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. I mean, this is some exciting stuff. Oh, here we go. So Yahoo Entertainment, this just came out on the 11th, so a couple days ago. Tyler Perry, pull it up here. Tyler Perry Studios renames Netflix She the People following nonprofit's trademark infringement lawsuit. So again, one of the things that, man, I do all these kind of trademark breakdowns, and it's, I don't know, TV shows or movies. I just don't watch a whole lot of TV outside of maybe sports and a few shows. I'm just like not in the know of different shows, TV shows, or movies that come up. So to the extent that somebody has watched Tyler Perry's Netflix show called She the People, let me know what you guys thinking of it in the background, and let me know what's the new name here. Seems like he renamed that show following this nonprofit trademark infringement lawsuit. So Amy Ellison, who was the founder of the nonprofit She the People in 2018, accuses the political series of lifting from her organization without permission. Oh, that's Levita. So the show formerly known as She the People from Tyler Perry is Levita. That's Levita from the Steve Harvey show, in my opinion. So is Levita in that one? I guess her real name is Terry Vaughn. She's always gonna be Levita for me. Let me know if she's in the She the People, the show formerly known as She the People from Tyler Perry. So Tyler Perry Studios quietly renamed this political comedy She the People last week amid ongoing litigation accusing Tyler Perry and series star and executive producer Terry Vaughn of lifting the name of the Netflix comedy from the political nonprofit of the same name. And this is actually interesting. I'm sure that the article is going to tell more about it, but when you're talking about a nonprofit organization, then entertainment, movies and things like that, those are really kind of different classes. Entertainment services are typically like class 42, whereas nonprofit is a completely different class. So it'll be interesting on whether or not She the People also has, the nonprofit organization also had that name trademark for entertainment services as well, because entertainment and nonprofit are really kind of two different classes. And for you can actually get the same trademark in two different classes, especially if those classes are different enough. But I would imagine that the nonprofit organization that's owned by Amy, that was founded in 2018, also has that term She the People trademark in some type of entertainment service class. So let's kind of look and see how that kind of unfolds, because that's weird. Nonprofit and entertainment, those are really two completely different classes. So Vaughn, Television LLC, and Netflix were sued. So she sued everybody. She sued Levita, also known as Terry Vaughn. She sued Tyler Perry, and she sued Netflix. Throw everybody in a lawsuit. Earlier this year by She the People founder Amy for trademark infringement and unfair competition. The activist claimed that the Mississippi Capital comedy series, so it seems like she's from Mississippi. Somebody's from Mississippi stole his name from her own trademark work. Allison's nonprofit was founded to empower and embolden women of color in a new political era. The Netflix series follows Vaughn as Antoinette Dunkerson. So it seems like Vaughn plays Antoinette Dunkerson in the show. And let's see here. So the trademark infringement seems like this is the official trailer of the show, which I'm not going to play. I'm not trying to get hit with a copyright lawsuit from Netflix. So it says the trademark infringement lawsuit was filed in California of May of 2019. So she actually sued them on May 19th of this year, just ahead of May 22nd series premiere, She the People. So it seems like she got word of She the People airing on May 22nd, and she sued them May 19th, 3 days before. On July 4th, the streamer debuted. So it seems like they continue on, additionally revealing its title change to Miss Governor. So again, it seems like the lawsuit was effective and they changed the show to Miss Governor. It seemed like Tyler Perry and those guys didn't want the smoke. So since at least 2018, Miss Allison has used She the People. So the nonprofit owner, Amy Allison, has used the She the People mark continuously and prominently to identify and distinguish her nationally recognized work to advance the political voice, leadership, and influence women of color. The lawsuit read, under the mark, Miss Allison launched the first national summit centering women of color in politics in 2018. So it seems like her trademark is dealing with a nonprofit that's at least dealt in politics. That's still kind of different, in my opinion, from entertainment services, but let's continue reading. Convened the first presidential forum focused on women of color in 2019, and has continuously used the mark across major media, philanthropic, and civic platforms. So it seems like she's kind of used the mark not only for the nonprofit, but also for media and philanthropic platforms. In the suit, Amy Allison claims that she's been in possession of the trademark She the People since 2018. So she's owned the mark for 7 years, covering political commentary, conference, blogs, books, and podcasts. So I would imagine podcast is entertainment services. So she doesn't only have the mark for political commentary or nonprofit services. Seems like she also has it for books, blogs, and podcasts, which is another really good thing that you want to do. You want to think, okay, even though I'm using this mark, so maybe for nonprofit organizations. Now, what other uses do I plan on using? Do I plan on using it for clothing? Do I plan on using it for a podcast? Do I plan on using it for books later down the line? Because you want to really think about filing your trademark, not only in just that one category, but the other categories that maybe you're looking to do in the future, just so you can lock them up. And it seems like Amy did a good job of that, where she locked it up not only in nonprofit, political commentary, conferences, blogs, books, and podcasts, which definitely, I think podcasts at the very least covers the essentially the entertainment space that Tyler Perry, She the People, or the show formerly known as She the People, was operating in. So it seems like court documents also state that on September 8th, 2024, Perry's Tyler Vision filed trademark to the phrase She the People for his television series, but the application was denied in April of last year because of a likelihood of confusion with Allison's registrations. And I cannot stress this enough. If you file a trademark for a name, and you get a rejection from the United States Patent and Trademark Office over an active registration, then it's a really, and I'm talking about really, really good chance that that person is going to sue you at some point. Let this be, if I was Tyler Perry's counsel, I would have told him, hey, and I tell all my clients and prospective clients this is, hey, if you get rejected because of a name that's registered and you continue to use that name, you better believe that at some point that company is going to look to sue you for using that name. The USPTO has already said it's a likelihood of confusion, which is the standard for trademark infringement. So you better believe that that company, which in this case is the nonprofit by Amy, has already kind of did her due diligence, looked at the files and said, oh, Tyler Perry's application was actually rejected in light of my trademark, and they still went forward with using a name. I'm going to sue him. So again, you guys have to kind of think through this thing. And if your application gets rejected and you're going to use that name anywhere, that logo, then you better believe that it's probably a good chance that the company that your application was rejected in light of is going to sue you. Let me know if that makes sense in the comment section. Let's finish off here. The plaintiff also alleges that she worked with the series star, E.P. Vaughn, through her Nina Holiday Entertainment production company in 2020. Hey, that's crazy. So it seems like Amy actually worked with Vaughn 5 years ago. So Vaughn worked directly with Allison on a project. We're not going to get off into that project. And as it relates to Vaughn Netflix series, Allison claims that the series title falsely indicates to consumers that the parties are sponsored by, that's a whole part of likelihood of confusion, thinking that the consumers thinking that the plaintiff, in this case, Amy, is somehow tied to the Netflix show that's essentially owned by Tyler Perry and Vaughn. The nonprofit, according to the website, has a mission to build power for women of color, to lead America to a new political era. It utilizes educational programs, media, writing, and live events to uplift the political power of women of color. So let me know what you guys think, man. It seems like Amy Allison, who owned this She the People trademark since 2018, and she owns it for political, for nonprofit, books, blogs, podcasts. The application, the trademark was actually cited in Tyler Perry, them trying to trademark She the People for entertainment services. They ignored it anyway and still used it, and they got sued. And ultimately, it seems like Amy got what she wanted in that Tyler Perry. They changed the name from She the People to Miss Governor. So again, they could have avoided this altogether just by using a different name. But sometimes, hey, it takes a lawsuit to give you a little bit extra motivation to change the name. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. As I said before, please hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Please hit that subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. And then again, going back to the takeaways. Number one, make sure you're doing these searches before you use a mark or really put it in production. Make sure you do the search on the front end to the extent that your trademark application gets rejected. Buy a mark that's already registered and you decide to use that mark anyway, you are probably going to get sued by that company at some point. And third, and the final takeaway is just because you're a small or a little person or a little company or startup company, that does not mean you cannot go against the big dogs and win. Seems like Amy, she took her trademark She the People, went up against Tyler Perry, I think Terry Vaughn, and Netflix, and forced them to change the name of the show. So again, shouts out to Amy for kind of standing on her morals, standing on her guns, and doing what ultimately she has the right to do. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this one. Please hit that like button again for the YouTube algorithm, as well as that subscribe button. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.